Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. It's so great to be back with you guys. This is our favorite hour of the week, spending it with you, our YouTube family and friends. We're so glad to see you. And as my producer is setting up, I'd like to remind you of a few things coming up. There is my winter retreats. I have two of them coming up. One is on the first weekend in March 5th and 6th, I believe it is. That is Saturday and Sunday, and that would be my tarot retreat, and that is geared for anybody. If you're a beginner, it will help you get started with the cards. If you're more experienced, you can always learn something. There's a lot of fun games. It's going to be fun for everybody, and it will be taught at your level. I've been teaching for 20 years now, and so I will give each and every student individual attention as well as a group attention because that's so important. Please go to sallydiane.com, click the link to classes, and find out about our weekend retreats, and I hope to see you there. Okay? How's it going there? Is everybody here?
Is everybody here? I don't know. Let's have a quick look.
Okay.
I'm not even talking into the microphone yet, is how distracted I am.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so...
Nobody wants a distracted producer.
So are you ready to do some readings? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I am. And
maybe you need to work on that 67-second intro for yourself.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyhow, so what do you got for them?
What do I got for them? Okay, with each reading, I have some conversation hearts here, and I'm going to pull a few conversation hearts with each reading since it is Valentine's Day.
Excellent, excellent, and I will get to eat them, I'm sure.
Whichever ones I don't eat first.
Well, let's see who we got first here. Patricia would like a general reading. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you again. Hope things are going well out there.
And you need a general reading. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay.
And remember, folks, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, Patricia. And we'll see how things are going for Patricia. All right, as you're coming into this period, I see that the first influence here is that Nine of Wands. So I think you might be a little bit back on your heel. The universe may be saying, sometimes when you say to the universe, I want to do anything but this, that is exactly what the universe is putting at your doorstep. And I think right now the universe is asking you to do things that you didn't want to do before. Like work for a certain company, work for a certain government agency, something along those lines. Yeah. I really think that you might be, the right dead center, you get the Emperor reversed. So this is a male authoritarian kind of figure that's just turned on its head. So the system hasn't been working very well for you lately. I could see why you're a little defensive right now. Let's hope this is a good card. Please be a good card. Ooh, it is. It is. Okay, so where you're at exactly may not have been working out for you. When I look at what's coming up, and looks like what's coming up, I think what I'm looking about the next 8 weeks, because I'm getting 8 here, but I just get this feeling that you've got a little seed planted here that you don't know yet. Because this 8 of Cups, and 8 is about evolution, and 8 is about moving forward. And it's saying stick with it, put one foot in front of the other, and trust the direction that the universe is pushing you, because you are headed someplace good. You are headed someplace where you can feel secure and you can feel happy. And I think we might actually have a relationship on the horizon, but it really feels like you have other things to deal with right now. Especially that the I don't want is don't do this. You need to start putting things in positive terms. The universe always punishes you for putting things in negative terms.
Okay, and who's next?
Oh, I got to give Patricia, you get some hearts too.
All right, so candy hearts.
Candy hearts.
He loves me not.
Ooh, A lot of them came out.
Wow, you got big hands as well, and they're little hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and here you got together, and this is the two pink hearts with the blue in the middle, and of course, blue is a color of communication. And you've got this bae, soulmate, the terms of endearment there. So I do think that you might have some relationship coming here. This one that says thirsty, it does seem to go with this, that the kind of relationship and the kind of situation that you've been looking for and that you've been thirsty for is on its way to you. And also the universe says you rock. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Cindy would like
Cindy.
a general reading.
And it would be my pleasure to give you a general reading. I think I'll go northeast, southwest. What fell out? Interesting. So the Lovers and the Knight of Coins reversed and the Page of Swords just came out, and this is about a situation that's going on in your life. It seems like you're being reminded that there's a strong love in your life, but right now you guys may be getting stubborn, and you're kind of seeing different sides of the same coin. Kind of like the north and southbound axis. This might not be a good time in your life for you to be stubborn. Okay, Cindy. General reading for Cindy. North, east, south, and west. And Cindy, you've got something new coming in career-wise. You've got this Ace of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity appearing in front of you, and that blindfold on the baby is kind of drawing my eye. So I think this is something that's going to come out of left field, and maybe one of those things where you look at a job and go, I could do that. And guess what? Yes, you can. If an opportunity that appeals to you presents itself, give it some good, careful consideration, eh? And when we look at the East and the messages that are coming in, another good reason for you to be looking for new opportunities is because it feels like there's some bad financial news around you. And I get a feeling this might be not necessarily with you, but with the source of your income. So it does feel like these two go together, that you need to start considering the opportunities, because probably what's right in front of you is not as good as you'd like it to be. Right. And you've got the Three of Coins, and the Three of Coins is in the area of fire and passion. It feels like you have a certain vision about what you wanted to do, and I think that right now, wherever you're at, you're not doing what you wanted to do. The job that you wanted to perform, and possibly the job that you got hired for, is not the job you're doing, and that just doesn't feel happy for you. Another reason to consider new opportunities coming your way. And last but not least, let's look at the West, the water, the flowing, what's coming into your life. And you've got the Five of Wands, and it's the Five of Wands reversed. And the Five of Wands reversed, the Five is about, of Wands itself is about competition, and kind of friendly competition. But when it's reversed, it kind of, it's kind of like the phrase choose your battles came to me. So I think that before you get into an argument or a debate, you need to stop and ask yourself, is this really benefiting me, and do I really care? Okay. And before you leave, happy St. Valentine's, Cindy. Let me get some hearts for you. And let me toss them down. Okay, so... And this is extra, so there is a little something extra coming into your life. There's somebody close to you that really wants your attention. And I think that has to do with what came flying out. Yeah, if you've got somebody that's being insecure, I just feel like there's this underlying insecurity, and it's not really your problem. You're not the cause of it, but I think somebody around you is going through some sort of a life challenge that's making them a little insecure, and it might be getting under your skin a bit. But there's this reminder that it's somebody that loves you, and this is just a temporary situation. So thank you for tuning in, Cindy. I hope to see you week after week. I hope to see all of you week after week. And please remember to like, share, especially share, and tell all your friends about me. Okay, and who is next?
Next, we have the High Priestess, who wants to know if she's going to get what she wants in her divorce.
You know, a bad marriage is horrible. A divorce is even worse. The only thing that makes a divorce better is that a divorce has an end date. High Priestess, the big split. Yeah, let's do a northeast southwest for the High Priestess. So, the base of the whole divorce. Okay, you've got judgment reversed. And this is kind of, I just got a feeling like it's north is what's at the base, the foundation. And I just got the phrase bad judgment. So I think the cards are kind of reminding you that your ex may not have made good choices. And it makes me wonder if there's kids involved, because somehow you need to be reminded that this person isn't exactly a paradigm of common sense. Okay, so what you have coming into you, the messages from the east, the air, the messages that are coming your way. Yeah. Okay, so he is going to plead poverty. Classic cliche ho-hum. He's going to plead poverty. He may even quit his job to keep from paying you. So make sure that you have things documented. Documentation is your friend. The facts are your friends here. And so make sure that you document what the assets are. Nice. And then when you get into the West, the passion, the fire, and how things go down, you've got the Page of Swords. But it's the Page of Swords upright. And it kind of, your ex and your friends and your family and everybody around you are not the ones who decide what comes down in a divorce. It's the judge. So just because so-and-so says this and that, what's important is what the judge has to say. And I think that you've got somebody on the bench that's kind of heard it all before. But I'm just getting this feeling that you got somebody that just doesn't buy bullshit. And so the one thing that's very important, come in there, be honest, be sincere, no matter what games the other side is playing. Don't play them right back, because the judge does not like games and she does not like liars. And then, last but not least, we go to the West, which is the water, which is the things that are flowing and how it's going to go. And you've got the King of Coins. And so this tells me that you are going to get a fair judgment, no matter what your ex says. So good on you. And let's get you some Valentine hearts, since it's Valentine's Day. And what do we have here? Okay. You've got a lot of hearts happening around you. Oh, extra absorb. Okay. So this kind of makes me wonder if you've got another relationship on the go right now, because it seems like winding this up sure takes the stress off of your dating and your other relationship situation, because it looks like you are loved. Okay, and thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tell all your friends. Anybody who'd be interested in getting a reading with me can call the spa at 519-272 1293.
You'll get it next week.
I will, or maybe the week after that. It's always that last number. I always want to say 3, but it's a 2.
Then it would be wrong.
Then it would be wrong. And you'd call the wrong number. We don't want you to do that. We want you to call 519-272-1293 to make your appointment with yours truly, Sally Diane, for a half hour or 1 hour or even a 75-minute reading. And also make sure you visit my website, SallyDiane.com, to find out all about me, all about my readings, and all about our upcoming retreats.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you know when we're going live. Our next question comes from Gem Girl. Gem Girl's looking for love for this year.
Okay. Is that something for the producer's Wheel of Truth?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, is that something for the producer's Wheel of Truth?
Oh, well, yeah, we could make that for sure. Let's give that a go. Let's hang out a second.
Yes, I hope you all like this new feature.
Let me get going on here. The question is, will I find love in 2022? Let's give it a go. The producer's Wheel of Truth, which will be renamed because I hate that name. What do you guys think it should be called? Well, Gem Girl, don't lose hope is the answer. How about some message hearts for Gem Girl?
Oh, of course. And the message hearts for Gem Girl, this one, oh, hug me. That's so nice. Oh, look at that. Babe, be mine, kiss. Yes, and I know you've got a lot of be mines here. And so I would say that love in 2022, something that starts out kind of friendship-wise, because you see that green and then it goes to pink and a deeper pink and then ends in a kiss. So you've got something happening relationship-wise that blossoms rather sweetly.
Our readings are for entertainment purposes only. Next, we have Haunting Live Podcast would like a general reading for both of them.
Ooh, for the both. Okay.
Yes, the pair.
Actually, I'm going to get the Lenormand. And what we'll do is 2 3-card spreads. And it will be, let's put Chris on the top and Trevor on the bottom.
Well, you have
for no particular reason.
You have one of 2 choices.
Yeah. Don't take it personal, either or. Okay, so.
Or do. Somebody always has to be on top.
That's true. So we have Chris. Oh, Chris, you got to be careful about somebody. Okay, so as far as Chris goes, you have a crossroads coming up. I know that you have changing circumstances at work, but these 2 right here, right off the hop, is warning me about somebody who's working against you. So be careful who you trust. Be careful who you confide in at work. Although it does look like you've got a pretty good spring coming up. You've got all the queens, but you've got the crossroads. Make sure that you're solid on what you want, because I think you'll be able to make your own opportunities when it comes time to, when it comes springtime, when the flowers are coming through. I see that right there, but it looks like the future's headed in the right direction with for you. You just have to be careful about somebody around work who might be a little jealous of you. And then we have Trevor. Okay. Trevor, it looks like, feeling of, okay, and I'm sorry to kind of be laughing here, because when it starts out, it shows him as being in sort of a martyr state. There's this the whip, like whipping yourself. So he's been carrying a lot of stress, and I think with both of these, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at work, because this fits what I've picked up before with you work wise. And when I look at what's happening with Trevor, it looks like right now he might be handling more than his fair share. It feels like he's carrying other people's problems, but he's kind of seeing the light, if you will. It looks like he's just right at that point where he's going to explode on somebody, and they're not going to be happy about it for sure, because he's got the roar of a lion. And when I look at this one, I can just see him roaring. So basically, you're at a crossroads, and he's about ready to stand up for himself, but good. And sometimes you get worried that if you stand up for yourself too much, you're going to be canned or pushed out. And I think that this is probably the best thing he can possibly do. Because when I look at what's ahead of him, it feels like there's this idea that they take advantage of his good nature, because he'll quietly tolerate a certain amount of annoyances. But they will, if he stands up for himself and if he roars, they're going to get everybody to kind of back off of him. Because the bottom line is they do like him. They like his vision, his planning. They're saying that they like his vision, whatever that means, the direction he takes. He probably plays more of a leadership role, because it sure feels like he's putting up with a lot that he's not happy with, and he's going to express it. And I wish I was a fly on the wall when that happened. Okay. And hearts for the lovely couple. And that is so cool. You've got kind of this balance on both sides. Only you got one that plays the his cards close to the chest than the other, and then there's another that might be wide open. So at first glance, it seems like yin and yang, but at the end of the day, you're both very much on the same page. I like what I see as far as the coupleness goes. So happy Valentine's Day to both of you. Have a great week.
Yes, indeed. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Mary Ann would like a general reading.
And I would love to give Mary Ann a general reading. You like that with the Lenormand, Mary Ann?
She'll let you know in 2 seconds.
In 2 seconds? Or I can pick up the tarot if you want.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, I just wanted to mix these cards in so I don't give the same reading twice in a row. Okay, so let's pick up the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. Goodness gracious, I have so many decks here. So everybody out there that has tarot decks, how many tarot decks do you have? Give me the answer down below. I want to know, because, it's always been my experience that when you get that first deck, before you know, you got second and third, and they just seem to collect.
Yes, and then you give them away. We have one deck fewer than Christmas Day. I'm not buying you any more cards. You're on your
please,
own.
Honey.
No, you're on your
Aw.
own. Are you kidding me? The last 5 decks I bought you, you've given away.
I'm
With the exception
sorry.
of that PMS you got there. That would be Pamela Coleman Smith. Oh, PCM? I got all made. I got all of that mixed up all week long. Are we ready to do a reading here?
Yes, we are. What am I doing a reading for?
Well, did you do Mary Ann already?
No. She wants general reading?
Yes.
All right. I was just listening to him. Okay, so do a 3-card spread for Mary Ann. See how she's doing. All right, so, that's a problematic card. Looks like you've been having to deal with some losses, maybe some gossip. Some people haven't been quite fair to you lately. But it looks like as we go into the now, things are moving forward quite nicely. I hope you're moving away from this pettiness, this gossiping, this backbiting. It's just underlying meanness. Okay, even though this is reversed, it looks like you are moving forward, and there is opportunity for travel coming up in the summer. But it looks like you're putting negative people behind you, and the cards are suggesting you make sure that the negative people that fall out of your life, don't let them back in the door. Just don't let them back. And as life gives you opportunities to move forward, it might be a good idea to say yes. Okay. And Miriam, you get some hearts too. We're going to eat all these afterwards.
No, I'm not. They're terrible.
They are. Look at all that. Soulmate, pick me. Look at all three. Be mine. Be mine. So it does feel like there's a lot of neediness, a lot of politics around you right now. And I don't know. It feels like you're competing with somebody. Especially when I look at this, it looks like you're competing with somebody else for attention. It feels like there's that kind of competition. And what these hearts are telling me right now is whoever you think you're competing with, the way to win tug of war is to let go of the rope. You know, if you're winning until you start competing. So quit competing. Drop the rope. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell all your friends about us.
Yes, hey, everybody, come on down here on a Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Every Sunday night, and we'll have some fun.
Yes, and if you also come to Stratford sometime and have a reading with your queen, Sally Diane, at the spa near the tracks, 519-272-1293.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
I got
it. You got it.
Or if you can't make it to Stratford, send us an email at thequeenofboogabooga@gmail.com, and we'll set up an online reading.
Okay, our next question starts off with the wheel. Anastasia wants to know about her next long-term relationship. Or any messages about love. Well, let's see, Anastasia. The wheel has to say, the wind is at your back. All right, go sailing.
The wind is at your back is a good indication. I'm going to cut up a card and then throw some hearts for you. Okay, and your card is, you've got the Eight of Cups reversed. And it does say the wind is at your back. It feels like you've got some things relationship-wise that you don't want to move beyond. You might be sitting around waiting for a reconciliation or to become friends or something like that. No. What's done is done. This is a good time for you to turn your back on old situations and move forward to new situations. Your wheel is very impressive, producer. Okay, so give you some hearts here. And the hearts say, ooh, only live once. Okay, so again, whatever's close to you right now, whatever you're kind of trying to get away from and you're just vacillating, going back and forth, put it in your rearview mirror. You've got something new coming up in the spring or the summer. Like when I see this yellow line right here, it feels almost like this period of neediness. Or it's like, oh, pay attention to me. Can we try one more time, please? And it just has such a clingy, ew feel to it. And I just feel like you got to put that in your rearview mirror, and you can't encourage, you sometimes we worry about hurting people's feelings, so we kind of let them, we're not mean enough to them to get them to, because we're worried about hurting their feelings when sometimes being mean to them is the best thing that you can do. And I think you're coming up to that kind of a situation with somebody. And when I look at the summer, you've got something right here where you got pink and blue together with YOLO on it. You've got something really nice coming up. It's got kind of, I'd say May, because it feels like you've got the leaves on the trees and the flowers coming up, but the world still feels young and new. And you've got something young and new coming here. And it looks like you could have a very nice summer romance here. It feels like it's on good footing. It feels like you're basically on the same page with whoever you're with over the summer. It might be a good idea to try and make that one a permanent one.
You know what's not new? What's really old? Crystals.
That's true.
Which brings us to our crystal therapy card segment of the week. You guys pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. Let me know in the comments in the live chat. And let's go from there.
All right. So we have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. All right. Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. Which one resonates with you? So which card did you pick for your upcoming week? Did you pick card number 1? If you pick card number 1, then your crystal for the week is jasper. And it says Mother Earth. Jasper is very grounding. And so this is a week for you to look on the practical side of things. So any decision you have to make it based on logic, not emotions. This is a good week for you to be grounded, logical, straightforward. With a stone like jasper, it's kind of rigid. So make sure that you tend to show up early this week for stuff, not late. It feels like punctuality is important this week. Okay, did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your crystal this week is labradorite. Lovely labradorite. Oh, I love labradorite. From a distance, it looks so dark, but you get close to it and you just see all the fire and the flashes and the color. Sometimes everything needs a second look. And the word there is truth. So when I see the labradorite, it tells me that this is a week when you should look a little bit below the surface and figure out the truth of things. Did you pick card number 3 for your crystal this week? Well, if you did, then your crystal is black tourmaline. I know it doesn't look black. It looks almost gold in that picture, but it is. Trust me, it's black. And black tourmaline is very grounding. It's very protective. And it's a huge anti-negativity stone. And so this is a week when you should not tolerate negativity. You should keep people who tend to be dishonest or in any way negative or manipulative. These are people that you need to let the answering machine get their calls, keep them at arm's length. It might be a good, if you work in a cubicle, it might be a good week to put a little bit of black tourmaline in the back of your drawer to protect you from other people's negativity. But make sure you've got your protection up this week. Okay, and thank you very much. Remember, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, enough of that. They've heard it all day long.
But it's important.
It is important, but these are all repeat customers. They've already done all that.
Yes.
What they haven't done is told their friends about us.
Yes, tell your friends. And tell your friends about our winter retreats, too. That's going to be a good time.
You can check all that out on SallyDiane.com. Our next question comes from Bubbles.
Bubbles?
What does C think of me when it comes to me fighting for custody of my child?
Okay. Boy, that's a detailed question. And it's one of those questions where they ask one thing, but they want to know another. Well,
you know what? Anytime they ask, what does somebody think of me? I want to throw them against the wall right then and there because, just ask that person.
Right, right. But let's see about this whole custody thing. Okay, let's just look at the custody thing in
There we
general,
go.
and your answer will be in this reading somewhere. Okay, with the custody issue, you've got the King of Swords. So you have been fighting somebody who's a liar, liar, pants on fire. You got somebody saying some lies about you, girl. So when we look at the current and what's going on right now, you've got the Five of Cups. The thing with the Five of Cups is that, it's this idea of partial loss. But when it's reversed, it says, yes, there's still partial loss, but you're more focused in on what needs to be and what is left over, what there is to salvage, which gets right down to the topic of child custody, because you still have your role as a parent and your responsibility to the child to provide them a stable life with happiness. And happiness seems to be a pretty important issue here. So let's see. Final outcome. The King of Coins. So we've seen him before, and basically in a very similar role, that idea of somebody who gives a fair and equitable judgment. So those who are in support of you, okay, let me put that differently. Those on your side will be happy with the judgment. So the child custody does come in your favor, Bubbles. And I hope that C is on your side. Because if he's not on your side, he's not going to like that. But if he is on your side, he will.
And you need to ask him. Ava wants some hearts.
Oh, yes. Hearts for Ava. Hearts for Ava. Yeah. Well, you've got a whole cacophony of things happening around you. Okay, well, look at this situation right here. And this is two people. And this is you and somebody else. And you've got this yellow right here. And so it feels like, because both of these say be mine. And this says kiss me, right? But these are kind of, this is probably you because it says YOLO. So it's somebody that's adventurous who does take chances and grabs the opportunities there in front of her, which is definitely Eva. I've known Eva very many years. I'm pretty sure I know what situation this is, but there's this complex emotional web, and it's a web of love that kind of keeps the two of you together. So I know that's your struggle right now, and it's still there, and people won't always understand that part of the independent struggle does involve issues of love. Okay, so we look over here, and this has this kind of a noisy kind of feel, like when you're around a lot of friends. And it feels like this thirsty, the hug me, be mine. This is your group of friends coming back together after the pandemic and everything. And it is at that point where you can finally hug each other. So that works out well. It just feels like you've got people, such such an assorted crowd, and I think that's the group that you've been doing the investigations with, where you're at, because it just feels like you've got people from all different walks of life that have missed each other, and there's this close group. But whatever whatever holds them together is not something that you would see right away. So that, again, that goes back to your hub group right there. This is them getting back together. Overall, I do see the struggles here, but I also see it as being it's all going to come together. You see how that's like right there, dead center between, home and social life, and it is all coming back together. And there's that idea that the home is held together with love, even though there you might have a little smother love there. And then you've got the friends, and you've still got a few that are shy about hugging, but I think that once you guys start getting together, that's hugs are there. And then this is the summer coming up, and you've got You Rock. And there's the light pastel colors like that just talk to me about friendship. And so I think you're going to have a pretty active summer. I know that you've had some mobility issues. It looks like I just see you getting around, so that tells me that they may find a way to get you a little bit more mobile there. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Always nice to see you. Always nice to see all of you.
Our next question comes from New Love, who is looking for love. Nope. Rest of February. She's looking for the rest of February.
Looking for the rest of February? All right. So I'm going to pick up my old friends, the Scapini deck.
I'm still trying to figure out a surprise celebrity.
Ooh. Who would you like the surprise celebrity? And don't ask for Justin Bieber. And yes, I did see the little YouTube clip about his friend getting shot at the party and whatever. No, I do not want to answer questions about Justin Bieber.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Just kidding. I don't give a crap.
Neither do I.
I don't care.
Guys running up and down a field in tight pants, and I still can't be made to care about it.
Because you've heard them speak after the fact.
Okay, so New Love.
New Love for February.
New Love for February. We're going to do it Northeast, Southwest. Even though it's just a few weeks, the energies have just gotten so much more intense. As soon as that Tiger energy came in, whew. Okay, so it starts out, and this is something that's already happened. You've got the Emperor reversed. So the Emperor reversed kind of gives that feeling like the Emperor has no clothes kind of thing. And I feel like that around you somewhere, and because it's got such a feel of an authority figure, I'm pretty sure that it's around work. Somebody's shortcomings are kind of being spotlit. And that's kind of not your problem. It's a him problem. But I feel like in the midst of this, when your boss's performance is being called into question, there's kind of some underhanded, there's sort of unseen opportunities to take advantage of there. And let's look for the messages coming in on the east. What are you going to be hearing about? Ooh, you are going to be hearing some secrets. Yeah, somebody in the know is going to be filling you in on some of the company dirt. So you're being groomed to be moved ahead here. I like to see this. You might not 100% like the path you're on, but trust me, this is a path that leads you in a good direction. So trust the universe right now. Wherever you're being led in February, it is a good direction, even though it feels a little counterintuitive. Let's see. And last but not least, the West. What's the flow of things? Whew. Flow of things are very good. You got a new relationship happening because suddenly out of nowhere I get love. So good on you. Let's see what the hearts are for new love. All right. That feels about right. Got a lot of pinks. Text me, you rock, love me. Okay, so you've got somebody paying some attention to you, new love. In a big way. Huh. Somebody's giving you a lot of compliments. See all these pink hearts? They all say the same thing. You rock, you rock, you rock. And here you rock. So you've got somebody coming in your life who's very flattering. It's somebody that you like spending time with. But what I wonder is if maybe he doesn't love you a little bit more than you love him, which I'm just putting out there. So there's that to think about, but you've got somebody who's pretty crazy about you. Okay, and thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell all your enemies, tell your family.
Next, we have Blue Butterfly, who is looking for messages for themselves and their boyfriend.
All right. Blue Butterfly.
Blue Butterfly.
Oh, nice.
Are there blue butterflies?
Yes, there are. They're beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, they have some at the conservatory.
Well, I just wasn't sure whether it was wishful thinking or not.
No, there actually is. And blue's kind of a rare color in nature.
Definitely, yeah.
Blue Butterfly. And I'm going to do a quick 3-card spread. It's on the relationship in general, and your messages will be wound up in that. All right, so. When I see the Eight of Wands reversed like that, I wonder if you guys are on the same page here. Well, you do love each other. I think that there might be. I think that one of the messages here is about expectations on the relationship, and there's kind of that heads up that even though you guys are like this, so there's a lot of love and this feeling of my cup runneth over. So there's love, there's happiness here, but there's that warning that you guys might not see the relationship through the same light. So it might be a good time to take some inventory. And nice, you've got the Five of Swords, but it's in a positive position. And when I put that down, it feels like there's some healing there, even though the Five of Swords isn't necessarily a good card. It's often a not nice card. But when I see this, because of where it's positioned, and because the most dominant thing you have is, even though you guys are really in different spots, emotionally in the relationship, like one feels like it's getting past its due date, while the other one feels like it's still young and it's still a will see kind of thing. But I feel like you might have somebody who has been pouring toxins onto the relationship that is going to be shown a light on. Basically, when somebody is doing meddlesome things and it hits the light of day, it's a good way to shut it down. So 80% good news. You guys love each other. You're just really in different places, but that's doable. And whoever's doing little manipulative behind the scenes things, it's a good time to shine a light on that. Okay, and of course, gotta have some hearts. Still got some hearts in the dish, so there you go. And ooh. So when I look at what's coming up for the two of you, I double down on my message. This is a good time for you guys to talk about what each of you expects out of the relationship, where you see it going, where do you think the relationship is in its maturity. Because as soon as you guys get on the right page, it comes into this really blessed spot. So yeah, talk to him about where you want to go and what you want the next move to be, because you both love each other. So it wouldn't be too hard for you guys to get on the same page with that. All right.
Next, we have Grace, who's looking for love.
Ooh, good time to look for love, Grace.
Hey, how do you guys like the Mesa chart readings? Let us know.
Yeah, we can do it every St. Valentine's Day.
Are there any other things you'd like Sally to read with? It seems like the choice is endless around here.
Oh my goodness.
As it would appear that these tools are not necessary at all.
I've been told that.
It's just for the show.
Oh, this was before you knew me, but I did a little psychic fair at the London airport.
Uh-huh.
And I had the parrot with me.
Uh-huh.
We read bird droppings.
Oh,
We were so bored.
That bored, eh?
That bored. And I said that publicly. I owned up to it. We did. I wasn't the only one. Oops. So, who's up?
Grace, looking for love.
Oh, yeah. I got caught up in my story. Sorry, Grace. So we'll do a northeast south.
No, you're doing 3 cards. Time's a fleeting.
Okay, 3 cards. Well, it looks like you're putting behind you some hurtful situation. And whatever you put in your rearview mirror, you did yourself a favor. You've got 6 of Swords, but six of Swords reversed, which tells me you're kind of doubting your moves right now and whether you've done the right thing and whether you've shut the right doors. Oh, yeah, you might be feeling a little lonely right now, but yeah, you definitely did the right thing. When you get swords around you, that's misery faced. Okay, so in front of you, you've got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about following the rules and doing what's expected of you. But it's reversed. So this is a time, Grace, for you to be your true self. Don't worry about what other people think of you. You want new love, then just be yourself. That way you will attract somebody who will accept you 100%. Don't put on any masks. I'm going to throw some hearts for you because I know when it shows all those swords, I know that you've just gone through a difficult situation. You're trying to let go of some bad attitudes. And sometimes when we're put into abusive situations, it's hard for us to let go of that situation. And it's hard for us to trust again. And you have to have some level of trust in order to allow love to happen. And I do see you starting to heal. And with the Pope reversed, it talks about you starting to do things by your own rules. So maybe loosen your collar a little bit. Let's see what the hearts have to say about you and love. Okay, the hearts for Grace. Ooh, this one went flying. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And this is the first time we say it. DM me, DM me, DM me. You remember what I said about being unconventional? This is a time for you to reach out to the ones that appeal to you. This is a good time for you to make the first move. And I don't mean running across the room and sitting on somebody's lap. I really read these as being true that it's time for you to hook up with somebody you like online. There's somebody out there that you like. Find their Facebook page, send them a message, open up an online conversation with them. You've got somebody there that sees the good side of you. And that's something you might not be used to because it feels like you're just getting out of a relationship that spotlighted bad.
Our next question comes from Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Kayla would like to get into medical school soon.
Ooh. That is wonderful, Kayla. That's pretty important stuff. I'm going to grab a few runes for you. Medical school and Kayla. We have another doctor here. We sure need doctors. All right. So, it's interesting that the Hagalas comes up because it says that, I see Gebu and Urus here, and that this is gift and ox. So it says that you're in a strong position, but this Hagalas has me a little worried because the Hagalas is about the past coming back to haunt you. So it makes me wonder if you've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's in your application. Okay, so here you've got ancestral God. So I know that you've got your family. Your family is on your side. It feels like make sure that you do everything, check everything twice. Because I just have a feeling that there might be one form, one signature that didn't go through. Whenever you send anything out, double check the documents to make sure that you didn't forget a page. Okay, because this is something that that's avoidable. It's right in front of you. It's going, double check everything because you don't want your mistakes to catch up with you. And this one, victory, joy, success, wunjo. Yes. Okay, so as far as getting into medical school, you are favorably aspected. It's something that the universe and your family would like to see happen for you. You just have this warning. Make sure you don't make a dumb mistake on the application. Double check everything. That's why we're given a brain.
Alrighty then, our next question comes from Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Will IG be with me for my cousin's wedding party in April?
Yeah, but he's going to eat everything out of the buffet, and they're all going to kick him out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's see what the wheel has to say about this IG and the wedding party.
The Inspector General?
And here we are. The answer is come back tomorrow.
The hearts. Oh, really? So, yeah, I could see this. IG doesn't want to go, but it's important. It's really important to you. And so, it's almost one of those things because it just feels like when I see the that be mine, love you, it's after the fact. He's going to be friendly after the fact. But I look here, and it just feels like you get text me and no answer. Text me and no answer. So I think that as it gets close to the wedding, you might find him ghosting you a little bit. And it's up to you how you want to deal with this girl. Because something's already taught him that he can kind of back away and then come after the fact and ask for forgiveness and being forgiven. So you have to decide, is this the hill you want to die on? Because I have a feeling you're dealing with a guy that has backed off with you, backed up or stood you up or let you down on other situations and then comes back afterwards. Oh, I love you. I'm so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Don't accept it this time. Or if it's up to you. Either you don't accept it ever and it's the permanent deal breaker, or you accept it and that's the way it's going to be forever. He's not going to change.
Well, it looks like IG's cut off until after the wedding.
Well, that's kind of what he wants.
And Suzanne just wants to know about the rest of 2 weeks and a vacation around Easter.
Ooh,
The
vacation.
tiger has kicked and bit her a bit too.
Oh, it has just been biting
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
My goodness.
Just like you said it would be.
I know we've been getting tigerized. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so Suzanne, one of the things you get in the Lenormand is this idea of trees. And with the trees is that phrase, you can't see the forest for the trees. So don't get so stuck on any one topic over the next month that you lose sight of other things. Try and get that 360-degree view. And we got 3 weeks left in February. So there's the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the week coming up, and I told you, that 360-degree view, the can't see the forest for the trees, and these two go together because they're both sevens, right? And with the sevens, there's this idea of things moving forward and then hitting an obstacle. And you are going to hit a bump in the road this week, but you're also going to get a message toward the end of the week. Because when we look into not next week but the following week, you're feeling like you are it. So you're feeling pretty good. It looks like the last 2 weeks in February are actually pretty good weeks because you get something a little closer to what you want. And I feel like it's not so much job but acknowledgement. So you get the acknowledgement, you get the, what you need, the backing, the support, the praise. You get that, and that's not this week coming up, but the following week. It's a pretty good week for you emotionally. And then when you look at the last week in February, this is a hearth. So we're talking about the home fires. And so you're really focused in on your home and possibly, I know you love redecorating, and it really feels like when I look at that home fires, it makes me wonder if you're going to be redecorating the room where the fireplace is. We might be getting a new carpet or some new furniture. But overall, February doesn't look like such a bad month. Just be careful about whatever's coming up. Keep your eyes open, keep your mind open.
Well, that was our last regular reading.
Oh yes, and of course.
Oh yes, of course. Survey says it starts with basic and ends with DM me. And like when you look at the basic part of her life, if you don't look at all the little things that worry her or bother her either way, it looks like she definitely has some good love here. Feels like her friends kind of lean on her too much for advice. And then you've got this idea of more open communication right within your own relationship. So that does feel like, a vacation where it would be just you and him, and you get that back and forth communication. It's nice. That's the nice part about going on a vacation with somebody. Just having that time where you're apart from all the other worries of the world and it's just the two of you. I miss Grand Bend. Okay. It hasn't gone anywhere.
Well, yeah, but the cottage we used to stay there is gone.
Yes, that is no longer there. Well, it's probably still there.
That's right.
Well, while Sally is getting ready for a reading on the Queen, let me show you this little clip.
You mean like Queen Elizabeth?
Indeed, the second though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't like that video.
Which video?
The one I just played.
Oh my play a video you didn't like.
I hadn't seen it before.
Okay, so getting a good picture of her in my mind. So what's coming up with the queen?
The Queen of England.
Yeah, and you don't have to be. You know, she is really setting up the country and herself and her family for her passing. So she's already aware that door is in front of her. I don't think that woman's ever been afraid of a thing in her life. Yeah, right now she's thinking about everything that she has managed to accomplish. You know, we're looking at the Three of Coins. Also, she's spending a lot of time with Charles and just talking about the particulars of being a monarch. That's going to be tough on Charles. Okay, so you've got the Six of Swords, and that just talks about making that journey, making that crossing. Even though this particular Six of Swords doesn't show it, the classic imagery for the Six of Swords is people in a canoe going down a river, and there's almost a river there, and there's this idea of the river Sphinx and the crossing. So she does feel, you know, that death is close by, and I'm getting a 6 here, so I think we might be looking at a period of 6. Huh. Okay, so up ahead, you've got the 10 of Cups. So the Queen she's doing her duty right now. I think if you saw her at her Jubilee and that, she's actually more relaxed because she's finally starting to say, you know, this is the time when I don't have to carry this job anymore. So she's actually quite at ease with, you know, what's going on with herself and the fact that she is not going to be around much longer. And she is confident that she is leaving the right couple in charge to keep on the firm, the family business, that the monarchy shall continue, despite Charles.
Well, here we are. That was a mystery surprise reading for Queen Elizabeth II. I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope you all enjoyed the show this Sunday evening. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow for everybody. We are in extreme cold temperature warning up here in Stratford, so do stay bundled up. Make sure your pets are warm too. Do you have anything else to say, Sally?
Yes, I want to remind everybody, visit SallyDiane.com, which is our website, and find out about upcoming events, including our weekend retreat and how to make an appointment for a reading with yours truly, Sally Diane.
Okay, well, that's it. That's all. Have a good night,
great
folks. Enjoy the week.